then we can go to our live stream. Alright, now it's got it. See if I can get my... No. All right, we might be live. Let's see. Let's see. We could be live. We could be live. Yep, we could be live. Well, could be worse. Like I said, folks, if you're just tuning in, I am going to just stream these photos live. I'm going to basically give you guys updates 24 hours a day, all the live streams, all the latest updates. You can find them all here on my stream. Now, I might not be here all the time. I'm going to just be running these other live feeds. But again, I'm just going to go ahead and keep running the video. And if you'd like to subscribe, great. If you'd like to comment, great. The more subscribers, the more I can stream, etc. But again, introduce myself. My name's Steve West, CenterLine News. I'm an audio, video, image expert. Obviously, you know, I do videos, so I went ahead and cleaned up these photos, these images. I did what I can. Again, it's just a drawing, illustration. It doesn't depict the exact person, but it clears it up a lot. Now, the upper photo of the guy that we call it suspect number 3, we're able to clear up his photo pretty nice. Now, with the masked suspect, the face that you're seeing is really just a mock-up. It could be completely different. Again, if you don't know the nose, you don't know the cheekbones, you can get several different faces. And if you watch my other videos, you can see that I got at least 10 different others that look similar to this. The reason why I just picked this one is I had to pick one. So there's no particular reason over the other photos, and I might change them up later. But what we're going to do now is we're just going to go ahead and come back over here to the live streams, what's going on, and we're going to just tune in on some of these and see who's doing what. And if they're on the scene live, we'll let it run for a minute or two, and I'll do some commentary. And again, if you want to find out what's going on to Nancy, you're going to listen to channels like mine. I don't do a lot of speculation. I've made other videos of the exact timeline, what day we're on, etc. Right now, it's kind of the critical time. All the, you know, as I said, it's less than 2 minutes. You're running out of time. Keeping an old lady alive this long is not easy. The odds are every minute that goes by past this point means that the less likelihood that she's still alive. But I'm going to go ahead and just shut up and let this stuff run and just let you hear what's going on.
After those videos are released, people don't realize that once those leads are covered, they often lead to 1 or 2 or 3 more leads. So you interview somebody and they say, oh yeah, go interview so-and-so as well.
Right, nothing is too small. Richard. Hello again, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Frederica Whitfield. All right, we begin this hour.
See me. Yes, 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 we're back. Oh my God. So, yeah, we lost a lot of viewers, but we're winding down anyway. Yes, 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 yes. So CNN is really trying to interview me, man. So what do you think? All of us, what should we do? Should we speak to CNN? CNN wants to do a whole thing about streaming, being out here. They want to do a whole interview. You think I should? Yeah, no, yeah, no, 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 no. Told them no at this time, but they gave me the card. No, yeah, no. They want to know that because they were like, just like fascinated how you could be out here doing this. People are like, they lie. No, hey Mega Tisser. Are they paying?
gonna have to keep this on while I'm doing this, so hang tight. I was just gonna
You were like,
check
no.
a couple things here. Hang tight. So we got that. We've got that. Hey everybody. And we are still live. We are streaming and recording. See, I have to keep checking this because for some reason YouTube likes to cut us off.
Now, the journalist is pretty cool. I've been speaking to her for a week now. I don't think it would be a hit piece. I said my mind's not in it right now. Not right now. No, thank you. Oh, everyone jumped back into the stream. We had like a lot. Everyone was like, "Where did JLR go?"
Fire medic for 1 direct to refill. Check your phone.
One out of 14. One out of 14. We'll be around to 873. I'll take an 84. 1 out of 47 will be around. 1721.
Rescue 182, carbon monoxide incident, at 1146, South Neville Place.
Yeah, hospital 36 and 156. What they done for? That's 810-4, dispatch, respond code 3. Yeah, I'm factor.
I just got a news alert from
Putting the
K
transport on my end
Gum
already, but I'm just
9.
advising I'm transporting a female juvenile to ACES.
And it basically is saying
10-4, 5 copy.
20 hours ago, Pima County Sheriff's Department is on scene and sealed off 2 streets. Basically, they're saying is that what you've been seeing over the last 24 hours
Rescue 182 en route, and is engine 180 on this traffic?
confirms activity related to the Guthrie
That's a
search,
negative, sir. Would you like us to get
related
them started?
and no arrests. Very
That's affirmative.
vague, very ambiguous. Almost like why I
Traffic
reported
1722.
it.
UNT Valley Fire. 10-4. Is there additional team 1 unit to request 1 out of 45? 1 out of 4. Calls reporting children are being left in the vehicle on a property. They're requesting to check welfare. Looks like the children are going to be a white Hispanic female, 4 years old, brown hair with pigtails. Have been listed for about 3 hours. Looks like it's going to be a grade Ford Explorer. But it's going to be William Tom Adam, 1 Charles Frank Adam. A vehicle is not running. Looks like the possible parents are going to be selling Valentine's gifts.
Please, respond on A4 South.
I'll be back, thanks.
5600 East, respond on A5 East.
3456.
6456.
Are you available for 1021?
Officer 31, you answer code 4 on screen. They're currently extinguishing a few campfires that were having access issues.
What you're all listening to is
I got
the
1724.
live scanner from 857 Tucson. There's only about 73 people watching him, but right now,
1023, 2032, 7989.
but if we are lucky, we are going to hear a dispatch
145.
or asking for backup
Mark the current
reinforcements
incident,
to a traffic stop,
Copy 1725.
to another call, disturbance tip.
Where's clearing Northwest Avenida, returning back to quarters.
So you can,
1725.
you can watch a bunch of people telling you what they think.
Probably about 10 or 15 minutes.
And honestly, I think I'm the most qualified person of all the news, FBI, CIA,
Copy,
and
you have
ABC.
a different
Why?
ambulance coming in. It's still about 10 minutes ETA.
Because I'm a former child actor.
Probably about 15 minutes. We're about 2 or 3 minutes out.
I know what it's like to be stalked, to have people try to kidnap you, to have people try to kidnap your mom for money and ransom.
Yeah, copy. You're about 2 minutes out, and they are 15. And I have visual on you. We'll be there shortly.
And I know what it's like to work with police
Copy that.
that are incompetent. And they will arrest the wrong people. They will do something so they don't have to keep investigating, they don't have to work. So, again, there's a lot of good cops, a lot of good FBI agents, and there's a lot of bad ones. With so much information coming to the front, how could anybody really make sense of anything? Now, I'm the only guy
Fire engine 3.
that has the expertise
Engine 3, fire.
to work with audio, video, and
We
images.
made contact with the homeowner. It's negative fire problem. We're in service returning.
Now,
Engine 3.
there's other people that can do it, but they don't want to do it for free. They don't have channels. I've just done this because I have a personal... I'm an actor, and actors are supposed to look after other actors and their families and communities. And you got to ask yourself who has the best interest at heart of the Savannah and her family. Well, the first people you need to look at are who profits from this kind of stuff, like
David,
TMZ.
13. Did you have traffic?
Why companies like TMZ
Do we need to keep them here
profit up situation like this? Why would they want to find her and end the story?
Well, it's the DCS workers. That's making it.
You have to understand, when people have a motivation like money, crazy stuff happens, folks. So you got to be aware of everybody. And why are they emailing TMZ? Who in their right mind would email from someone from TMZ? Not anybody I know that's been to level 4 prison, level 3 prison, level 2 prison, level 1 prison, been to the local jail. Like I said, this whole case reeks of high heaven. Harvey's talking about the guy has high sophistication with computer IT skills. Do you think the person that walked up, Mr. Clumsy, Mr. Fumbleroo, Mr. Fumblerooski, you really think that guy that went up to Savannah's mom's house, Nancy's house, was some IT expert? That's insulting, Harvey. You're really stupid,
at
man.
1919 Northwest
Really
Canada
effing
Drive.
stupid. I'm an IBM consultant. Been doing it for 30 years. You're saying someone like me is the guy behind trying to get money from you, and then he's the same guy, and you're telling the whole public, the FBI, are focused in on this Fumbleia guy, connecting him to a high IT Q guy? Right. Really, Harvey? Have you thought about this stuff? Bro, you need to get some sleep. Seriously. You're an embarrassment, Harvey. Everything that you ran for your TMZ pretty much kissed this lady's is a kiss of death, bro. You're so incompetent. The people that work for you. So I want everybody to know
154
right now.
House.
I
Are we
emailed
anywhere
them.
else for coverage?
I emailed Harvey hundreds of
Negative,
times. And,
return.
hey, why don't you have me on as the negotiator? You know,
That's
former
okay.
child
Clear
actor,
return.
Ike
Thank
from
you,
the
ma'am.
House on the Prairie, knows about
Thank you.
kidnappers. You
1729.
guys sent me to jail several times, so I know the people in jail. I know this isn't gang related.
1729.
Gangs don't kidnap 90-year-old women, 85-year-old women. Not any gangs I know, and I know them all. Like I said, it's insulting, Harvey,
1729.
to be able to say someone like this that is going to grab flowers to try to block a ring camera is the same guy that knows
Go
how to
ahead.
firewall you. Are you freaking kidding me? You're an embarrassment to the entertainment industry, to Savannah, to everybody. Harvey, you just need to go away, bro. Just go away, bro. Just hit it.
Bag belt 5 for
And everyone
Southwest
like
now.
you.
The bag
Just
jam.
go away.
10-4.
Go away. Now, if you think you're an attorney and all that stuff, go away, man. Because you don't know these people. I do.
Temper.
Someone like me has more expertise in dealing with psychopaths, sociopaths,
No.
narcissistic people, people like Harvey, people like the blown up producers and directors that I had to deal with. And then the great manufacturers
Probably
that hired me
about
175 times. Why? Because I deliver. But see, when you're dealing with B crews, man, B people don't hire A people, folks. Get that in your friggin' head. They do not hire A people. They hire the B people. They'll never hire someone smarter.
Okay.
Like I said, the top guy never hires anybody smarter than him. So
Data
that's
one,
why you
respond,
have
code
the level of
36%,
incompetence through the
3722 East Moreland
FBI
Road.
and the local
Engine
police.
71,
They're
that's
trying.
80
You
and
can't
EMS 01.
expect a local guy that gives tickets and arrests,
We're feeling those.
low-level criminals to handle a high kind of criminal
860, that's a
environment that
negative.
this
You're
whole
responding
case
code
is. You're
36,
talking
person 3722 East
high-profile
Wilson Road with
person.
EMS 801, engine 71. Respond
no
on fire.
real ransom note, folks. Look, man, I can go on for
Agent Zero
hours.
copy is
If
responding.
you're going to go kidnap an old lady, you leave a ransom note there. Instructions. Don't call the cops. Don't call TMZ. Don't call the FBI. Drop this money in a briefcase, in crypto, okay? And if Harvey, let me give you some freaking some advice, bro. Why I tell you to go right now. A good crypto guy would tell you, you're not going to transfer the money. You're going to give me a $6 million thumb drive that already has a wallet on it. And you've got the passcode and scraped in on the key. Nobody knows it, just me. So if the FBI and Savannah really wanted
Engine 71, that's 860.
someone to
EMS
negotiate,
801,
they would
responding
call
code 3
an
for
IBM
6%
expert. They don't want an IBM expert. That's a big sign. They don't want someone like an actor that knows both sides and knows the people in the middle, knows the procedures, knows why they're screwing up. Why I'm the guy that has to do this video imaging to expose the bad guys. Why? Because the police aren't doing it, the FBI aren't doing it to get these
Northwest.
images out onto this mainstream media. Like I said,
Copy 4-1, posting Northwest.
there's a lot of blame to go around, folks.
I
But the last people you want to be listening to, the people that are hugely profiting off of Nancy's disappearance. The people that don't want guys like me and my information to get out. Ask yourself why.
Code 3 to VA hospital.
Nobody else is doing
Code
any
3
kind of imagery to prove to you guys, hey man, someone can clean this up. I'm not the only guy on the planet that can do video imagery.
Engine 15 and Medic 15. Unconscious person. 2424. South Cottonwood Lane. Unit 104. 2400 South and 1300 West. Respond on A4 South.
Who knows what that is? But look, folks, I'm a former child actor, Ike from Little House on the Prairie. You are a magnet for good people, and you're a magnet for bad people. And if you're not careful, you will slip into the P. Diddy world, man, and you never come back. And it doesn't matter, you walk away, you're so mentally damaged from what gets done to you or what you see, you can never mentally recover from the dark side of
You can
Hollywood,
cancel that
the
helicopter,
dark side
thank
of TMZ, the dark side of all this stuff that's going on. Like I said, it's 90% chance this is an inside job, 10% out. Okay? Most likely Granny last week mentioned to somebody in the family she don't like you no more. Okay? It's common. It's the most probable thing that happened. Granny's going to cut you out of the will. Well, that's why you whack Granny and you disappear Granny.
Sure, 20.
Okay? A lot of guys in prison right now because they grabbed Granny, they whacked Granny,
4-5.
they thought they were going to get the will and the money, and
11-4-5.
unfortunately it finally led back because she didn't have the
This is just
notoriety
for
of Nancy
parents
does. So
the one
to
telling
me,
the
there's still
Valentine's Day
90% chance it's an inside job because there was no ransom note. The guy that came in looked like someone that wasn't coming to rob. He had a backpack full of stuff. You could tell it was completely full out, folks. Now,
Go ahead.
I've got a backpack, okay? I got several backpacks, all right? Good thing with me is I've got one, that's labeled, what is it? Jasper 36L. You see that? Right. Well, you'll see reflectors. Here's a reflector. See that? That's a reflector, okay? And they're a little spongy, all right? Here's the band that everyone's talking about. See, I snapped mine in, so I didn't. But this band connects together, bang, and then, on front here, so it has that strap. As you can see, it's that strap going across his back. If you're not a backpack person, you don't know about backpacks, you don't go camping, you don't go travel, you shouldn't be on the internet opening your freaking mouth about backpacks because you're no professional. You're an amateur, bro. This is like my, 60th backpack. I know about backpacks. That backpack was full. It was full of something. It was full of either another backpack. It was full of a tarp, something that you could carry Nancy away with, something that you can hide with on your way in. That's why that thing is bulked out, ladies and gentlemen. Again, you want to have an expert.
This is the VLS crew.
The FBI don't hire experts anymore. The local police can't afford real experts anymore. They can afford B people. And when you get an A person that does a hit, B people are never going to be able to find an A person unless there's just the meteor falls from the sky and lands in front of their face. No trail, no walkout. They're checking the streets, folks. The guy ain't on the streets. The guy walked in. He trekked in. Okay? He trekked in, bros. He didn't walk on the street. That guy, the way he walked up, okay, with that backpack, he just didn't take that and walk 50 feet. That guy trekked in from a specific distance. You could tell he trekked in. He had the flashlight. He was designed for trekking. Now, his car could have been parked a mile away. He could have been parked way down and walked all the way around. Again, that's all up for speculation. But this guy walked into Nancy's area. That's why I said that he was so sloppy. The 10%, he was just there to rob, went wrong, pulled the mask off, and Nancy exposed the robber, and he whacked her, and he took her off, and very possibly she's still in that. What I'm saying, it's either a blanket, it's a sheet, it's another tent cover. You can tell that backpack is stuffed. You open up, you got to stuff these guys in. These guys expand out, ladies and gentlemen. They're designed to expand out and get really, really full. So when you see a backpack that looks like it's been pumped with air, that backpack is overstuffed, meaning you can tell, and it's not overstuffed with heavy stuff. It's light, because if it was heavy, it would all be sinking. You could tell the weight of it would be sinking down. It's light. I'm guarantee you, it's no more than 5 to 10 pounds in that guy's backpack. Again, these are the things the FBI is not going to tell you. The local police aren't going to tell you. It's you, the locals in Arizona, that are going to find this guy, not the FBI, not the CIA, the ABC, the ZDDBs, okay? No, you, the normal person driving down the road, you're going to see those eyes. You're going to see that guy, okay? Then you're going to be able to go, hopefully, contact the police. But remember, with the police getting 1,000 phone calls an hour, you got to be patient with them, because they're going to blow you off. They got 1,000 people. They already know 99% of those they lead to nowhere. You're just exhausting their one person that could be doing some productive work, rather than just taking calls that have no relativity to the crime scene. Right. So if you don't come from money, You're not going to have a clue why people want to kidnap your mother. Okay? You come from money, you're not going to know. You're not an expert. You need to go down the road and let an expert that come from a lot of money, made a lot of money as a show business kid, had everybody from family, friends, lawyers, police, everybody coming in to try to get a piece of my rock, get a piece of my hard cash. Go on down the road, folks. You're no pro. You're not going to impress me or anybody like me, any A person. If you're an IBM consultant and you got Harvey on the internet saying, this guy is highly sophisticated. Really? Well, based on me walking up and seeing a guy grabbing some flowers to try to cover a door cam, his IQ was as low as the doormat he was standing on. So he's the same guy that has this highly sophisticated to write not only this email, but be able to go through several firewalls, proxy servers, anonymous servers.
877 respond. Go to VRIP.
Harvey, you're doing a disservice to the world, America. You need to F up, bro. You have no clue. To me, you parasite off the Hollywood. You don't like us. I've been sending you emails for 5 days now telling you I got an idea who this guy is. I've unveiled him. I've unmasked him. I've cleared up the video, the audio. Take a look. Again, folks, ask yourself, why don't the FBI have my photos? Contacting me, asking me to do more work for them. You can see the work's pretty good, right? Why aren't they doing it? Is it anybody on the friggin' planet out there doing this stuff for you? I'll tell you why. Because they're going to make money. The longer this goes on, a lot of the YouTubers, and me, I'm building my channel, but I hate the fact there's other people that are spewing a bunch of garbage and not making this investigation any easier on the people that are actually trying to find Nancy, which is you, the public. You need solid information. You need the kind of information that's factually based, and that's what I've been trying to give to you. All these guys, live streamers, are just trying to give you the visual, 99% visual. Their mouth is almost zipped because they don't want to tell you what they think. They speculate because there's a lot of, you run a risk of being sued, legally liability. The minute you want to say, hey, I think it's James.xyz, you better be right. Right? So, yeah, there's no incentive for people to come forward and say, hey, I've done some work. You see that the artist, she didn't even get the eyes right. So if you don't get the eyes right, okay, if you can't get the eyes right, you got the eyes. I got the eyes. You can see my videos, I got the eyes. The eyes look nothing like this drawing. Since the beginning of time, there have been bank robbers and an artist sketched what they thought. It never looked like the person. It looked kind of, once they got arrested, you could see the photo and say, yeah, kind of. But the person it actually looked like was probably offended, was probably hurt. But, the artist tried his best. You can't really frown on someone that's just trying to lead the police in the direction that they should be going. That's all I'm trying to do with my stuff is say, look, you've got a clear video, number 3 guy. Number 2 guy with the 2 backpacks, he does from the side look awfully similar to the number 1 suspect. More than the number 3 suspect. I think the number 1 to 3 suspect, again, could be, but I'm not here to judge. I don't want to say who it is or not. My job is just to let you guys know, hey, this is what the software, I've taken eyes, 3 different, actually about 15 steps, but for you see the 3 steps where I took the original photo, cleaned it up, used the same eyes, didn't change anything, just enhanced it. And why can't the FBI? I get thousands of hits. Why can't the FBI do it, Stephen? Why can't they? They probably can, but they don't have the time. And they would have to hire an IT guy like me. They would never do it. So they're never going to have really smart IT guys to find this guy. FBI can't just say, come in, Stephen, and look at everything and tell us what happened. But they could have a couple years ago hired me, right? So again, there's a lot of blame to go around, folks. When you don't hire the right people, then what do you expect? You can get someone that can get away with a kidnapping, and he's as smart as a box of friggin' rocks, Harvey, taking flowers, okay? You could have taken a piece of paper and taken on a plant and got some oils and stuck it on there. Again, you come prepared with nothing to take out a dash cam. Again, this is why I said the person that showed up to do this was the most retarded, unskilled, lame moron I've ever watched. And I've seen a lot of people in prison, folks. This guy was a klutz. He was, like I said, IQ is everything. He didn't just demonstrate a high IQ, folks. Hang on, I got to make sure we're still live. Yep, we're still live. So, look, the truth is out there, folks. It's up to you guys whether if you want to ignore all the bullshit and just stick with the facts, right? Motive. Why would you want to take a lady, an 85-year-old lady, out of the house? If you've ever been in a kidnapping, you ever talked to kidnappers? They tell you, what the hell do you want to kidnap an 85-year-old lady that needs beds? And you might as well kidnap a fish out of water and try to keep it alive. No one's going to want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. No gang members that I know are going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Because look, there's one thing people in the FBI and everybody else will never tell you, folks. You know what? There's two things that the gangs don't mess with. Familia. Okay? Their family. That's called a pass. If you're caught, you could be the most, have 16 gangs with green lights on you. But if you're with your mom, if you're with your child, they can't take you out. Meaning they got more discipline than 99% of these police officers. Why? Because they will not take out a known person that they all green lighted because they're with family. So you're going to tell me that these same people, that same high standards, are going to go take an 85-year-old woman just for money? No, they would take something out. They would take somebody else. They would probably just take Savannah themselves rather than her mother. So again, could it be? Very, very, very low, folks. High risk, low reward. Every kidnapper I've ever spoke to, folks, laid out their plan. They knew it in advance. They didn't come with bushes and leaves to cover up a bell door cam, okay? They weren't that retarded. So, trying to convince a real kidnapper that this person right there is a real kidnapper, no. You would never convince a real kidnapper that the guy at that door, he was there to either rob or to get rid of. The fact that, nothing was taken brings up a whole nother, like I said, there's called a pyramid in the structure, kind of like a T, if, at, just kind of like code, right? If this, do that. If that, do that. So you run down the whole if command, and you come up with 90% inside job, 10% complete random stranger, crime went wrong. I'll repeat, 10% chance this was just some dude out looking to get something, rob somebody at gunpoint, take their jewelry and be gone. Okay, because remember, he's strapped up. And anybody wants to know the terminology, the exposing the gun, it's called you're strapped. You're strapped and wrapped, ready to go. Any gang member knows, hey, I don't go out unless I'm strapped, right? That guy's strapped. Most gang members, even in Arizona, don't like advertising their gun. So again, this to me reeks of amateur. I could be wrong. Could be a new guy trying to, make his mark. Don't think so, man. Like I said, I'm going to say this as nice as I can. A lot of you mothers, that when you go to school and you drop off your kids and you wave to that lady right in front of you, her husband's a shot caller.
Her daughter.
The biggest shot caller on the planet, right? She waves to you, hi, your kids play together. They're not the people that you think they are. They want to blend in society, and they do. They don't stand out. So like I said, the whole bad guy, good guy thing, they need to get big budgets for, like I said, this to me reeks of the kind of case that they could say, well, you know what? Let's exploit it. You know, so the Democrats never like to capitalize on a good bad situation for their own. Why does Harvey want to find Nancy? His views go back down to nothing. So he benefits the longer Nancy can't be found, the more notes that get sent to him. FBI, everybody gets bigger budgets, more money, more raise, more overtime. Again, I'm not saying all of them, folks, but I'm just saying that's the cause and effect. I'm not saying 99% of the police and the FBI are great people. They're trying to do a job, but you have to understand, it just takes one bad apple. That's the right person to have motivation to say, like I said, Harvey, you're an embarrassing dude, man. Shame on you, man. You could have had me on, 2 weeks ago, a day after she was. I could have been on and holding my little thumb drive and saying, look, if you got Nancy, I've got a thumb drive with 6 million Bitcoin on it. It is my own code. You don't, only me and you know it, bro. You give me back Nancy, you got it. Just give me your back. We're going to meet in the middle of the desert. I'm strapped. You're strapped. It's going to be just like a movie. I'll ride up on my motorcycle, right? You'll be out in the middle of the desert holding Nancy. I'll pull up, hand you the thumb drive. She's going to get on the back. I'm going to go about my way. You're going to go about your way. It could have been done that way, Harvey. But see, you got your special, FBI people, your special this, your special that. That's why I see people that post in your TMZ comments, you're all full of, you know what? People are smelling what's going on, folks. You can't claim you're an expert if you've never been kidnapped. You can't claim you're an expert if you've never had your mom kidnapped. You can't claim this stuff. You can't say, hey, I'm an expert. Listen to me. I've been there. I've lived that. That's what Harvey does. Has his mom ever been kidnapped? No. Has he ever been attempted kidnapped? No. So that's why I said time out.
1024, 1076.
Nobody I know that kidnaps would send a letter to TMZ. It's irrelevant. He's spotlighting. He's gaslighting. He is taking a bad situation to try to capitalize on his TMZ channel. Yeah, I'm calling you out, bro. Because you've had 2 weeks almost. And me, I could have been there. I could have been on TV. You could have had me on. Hey, I'm right here. Me and you, bad guy. I've been to level 4 prison. I just me and you. It's okay. Don't need anybody else. FBI, no, they hate me. You can verify they don't like me. Why? They just don't like me. Why? Because I'm an A. They're B's. So they never like A's because they always think the A's are the ones doing it. And you're right. But you need A's to bring down the other A's. So that's what I'm saying, folks. You have this whole intertwine between the sheriff and the FBI. It's called a power trip. Everybody wants to be in charge. Everybody thinks they're smarter than everybody. When the fact is they're all dumb. None of them understand being a child actor. None of them understand what it's like to have people smoking weed in the back of your trailer, right? And it was the cop that let these foreigners in on the studio set, right? And then I'm accused of smoking weed, and and it was because of the cop that let the people in because he got $100 back in the 80s, and that's what happens when you have a weak link, and the next thing you know is former child actor caught with smoke coming out of the back of his trailer. Yeah, smoke was coming way out the back of my trailer, but it was from the foreigners that the cop let in, took $100 bribe, the security, whatever. So, trust me, folks, the world that you see isn't the one that we have to live. The former child actors have to deal with the cop. Hey, man, I got a stalker outside. Good luck. Holy shit. Mom, looks like we're on our own, right? They don't have time for us, folks. The only reason why Nancy's only getting anything is because she's Savannah's mom. And it's a shame that this is going to this. I have drones, folks. I have infrared drones. We could have found Nancy in her pacemaker. They would have had me out on the first date. I could have scanned all around. I got apps that we could have, with ChatGPT, I could have made an app in an hour that could have pinged her pacemaker, and I would have made a logger file on my drone, brought it back, say, wow, we got a ping, this location, this coordinates, there she is, go get her. Have they done that? No. Do you think they're going to do it? No. So they don't want to find her. I repeat, they do not want to find her. Not bad enough. Because, see, they would have to admit they're not smart. They got to bring in former child actor, little CenterLine News with 50 subscribers, to crack the case, make them look all like they're fools. No. Like I said, I'm afraid Nancy is probably not, the odds of Nancy still being alive is probably less than 1%, being that it's this long. Remember, if you're stealing somebody, you're broke, you're desperate, you're hard up. You don't have money to, feed her. This isn't like Palestine, in the tunnels and stuff, bro. This is reality, okay? Something happened. By the blood. Mask probably came off. Nancy got whacked in the head because she saw too much. Then she had to be disappeared. Again, that's in the 10% theory. The 90% still leads me to believe Nancy pissed off somebody in her family, her friends, somebody local, said something, cutting her out of the will, not going to do something, or going to do something. I'm going to get some Annan to do X, Y, and Z. Oh, no, you're not. That's where you should be focused on, because the crime and the evidence points to one way. It was not a kidnap design, was never a ransom design. It was go in there and get Nancy. That to me is disturbing, because you got a low-level IQ guy going in with brand new stuff. A broke dude, remember, guy number 2 had 2 backpacks, used clothes. He's a broke transient. The one that showed up at Nancy's house, a brand new mask, brand new, everything was brand new, bro. Brand new indicates someone got pissed, someone ordered all this shit on the internet, and then they went and did this. That's what pattern says. That's what statistics say. That's what the obvious evidence is screaming. This is not a pro. This is someone that was either angry or is a hired gun for the angered person. Okay? Hey, I'll give you money. Go get, here's $300, go buy all this shit and have it by Friday. I want this shit done by Saturday. Got you. That's, like I said, we already know something like that had transpired. It just wasn't the guy just woke up and decided to, at 2 a.m, go to this lady's house like this. This, like I said, the mask and everything was premeditated. Okay? To what degree? We're still working on the FBI, have a lot more insight stuff than we do. Hang on, let me look at my OBS, make sure we're still streaming. We still streaming. Yeah, looks like we're still streaming, which is really cool. Let's see, do I have any? Oh, we got 5 viewers. Yeah, I like that. All right. Again, we've got to start somewhere, guys. Without 5 viewers, we won't get 10. We won't get 20. So I am just gonna keep talking, and yeah, once these videos are over, I'm just going to post them. And yeah, I mean, look, the bottom line, folks, is you've got clear as day. You can see image number 1 down here, okay? Which actually you can't see, but let's go back to my screen. Over here, you're going to see this is the collage of turning the masked guy into unmasked. And up here at the top, over here, you're going to see, which is, I call number 3. There's 3 people of interest. The initial video at Nancy's porch, the 2 backpack guy, which I say suspect number 2, and then this guy down here, or up here at the top, which is suspect number 3. These are all 2 different ring cameras or doorbell cameras that captured 2 different people doing stuff. One was the doorbell cam, one was the side camera with the 2 backpack guy. So, but yeah, you know what? We're going to just, like I said, we're just going to keep streaming. And if we end up just burning some time, then great. Because right now it's showing I got 5 viewers. Hi, 5 viewers. I don't know why I don't have my, well, I can't see the text. Matter of fact, let me go into seeing my other account and see if I can see what's going on. Great work. Yeah, a little silent right now, folks. Matter of fact, like I said, we're just going to go back to, hang tight. We're just going to go back to, let's see what's going on over here. I'm going to take a break. Be back.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you.